If you are a Xiaomi lover, then you are on the right place, because today we are going to review the latest Xiaomi 14 Pro. I'm pretty sure that Xiaomi 14 Pro is the best choice for smartphone lovers. I love the Xiaomi 14 very much. I'm pretty sure some of you will leave a message in the comment section. The Xiaomi 13 is not a small phone, but of the 200 new phones released last year, less than 5 were smaller than the Xiaomi 13, so it makes sense to say that 6.3-inch Xiaomi 14 Pro is a small phone. If you've ever seen or use a super cheap budget phone, you will be familiar with the design. The flash pretends to be a camera and stays where it shouldn't be. The Leica logo looks like a guy on the subway suffocated by the 3 cameras. Come on, it's really ugly. If it were not that specs were really a big improvement, I would never ever buy this phone. There's an interesting bonus feature called Ultra Space. It's actually a technique that reduces amount of over-provisioned space and increases storage space available to the user. While this theoretically reduces life by UFS, Xiaomi software director is saying that even if you copy 40 gig of data a day, it will last for 10 years or more. Xiaomi is betting that no one will be able to use a phone for more than 10 years, so that's what they're going to do. When I say this interesting, I don't mean how innovative technology is, but the fact that you need to buy a specific version of it to get this feature. If you're like me who by accident bought the 256 gig storage version of the Xiaomi 14 Pro, then this bonus feature is not yours for taking the Xiaomi 14 Pro. Standard edition still uses the same flat screen that everyone loves. The panel comes from TCLL model, the C8 specs here for your reference. The most obvious thing to notice would be the increase in resolution, and the improved clarity that comes with 1200p is good news for literature lovers, something you need to know. If you want to use DC dimming at any brightness level, it will require you to turn on the anti-flicker mode to activate it. If you don't turn it on, it devotes to DCI high brightness and 480 Hz PW dimming a low brightness, just like the Xiaomi 13. There are also some software improvements in brightness. For example, the manual maximum brightness used to be only 500 nits. This time, the new sunlight mode allows you to manually max out at 670 nits, which can be close to 1000 nits on bright light simulation. As for the 3000 nit, they say it's only achievable with a 10% window of HDR video on bright light simulation, so the peak brightness of 3000 nits more than a gimmick. There are no obvious flaws in the screen. It would be nice to be able to move the fingerprint recognition area upward a little bit. Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 is by far the best phone chip. I didn't expect 8 Gen 3 to be improved so much when last year's 8 Gen 2 was already so strong. The 8 Gen 3 score the best in several categories. I'm pretty sure it's the most powerful processor I've ever seen on the phone. Let's see how it performs in the games. Since PUBG Mobile doesn't require high load, even the Xiaomi 13 is capable of running 90 FPS easily. I admit the stats line I've ever seen in my life is this Xiaomi 14 Pro frame rate graph. It's really awesome. The power consumption and the temperatures are lower, suggesting that the new Snapdragon chip is coping with light load apps much more easily. The Genie impact results aren't as impressive as PUBG Mobile's, but they are still much better than the other 8 Gen 2 phones at the same 720p resolution. It only started downclocking after 15 minutes of diving into Fountain, and the frame rate didn't drop much. And when you look at the power consumption, it's again the long-last one with such an excellent gaming experience actually realized on a smaller phone. I'm already looking forward to seeing if the gaming experience on the bigger Xiaomi 14 Ultra will be better or not. There's a trivia about Leica mode on Xiaomi phones. The Leica colors are actually different for each model in the Xiaomi 13 series. The 13 Ultra has the most attractive Leica authentic colors, while the 14 Standard is the worst one. Xiaomi 14 Pro isn't as Leica as a 13 Ultra, but it's still much better than the 13. So guys, what you think about Xiaomi 14 Pro? Is it worth buying or not? Let me know in the comments below. Please subscribe the channel for all new tech-related updates and ting the bell icon so you could receive all new videos. See you in next video. Till then, bye.